So as I look at 4.1, this is actually like the newer stuff. This is going to continue checkpoint 1. We're going to finish it up. The first thing I want you to remember is that we have slope and 1 point. Well, the point is the y-intercept, meaning the b value. So it's 0 some number. Keep it simple. Okay, we just plug in, we have the slope, we have the y-intercept given to us, we just plug it in. Y equals mx plus b. So don't overthink it. So like this one, don't overthink it. I'm giving you this is, b is 5 because it's 0 something. So this is y-intercept. And the slope of -3, that's your m, so y equals -3x plus 5. Done. So always check to see if it's a y-intercept. If it is, make it simple. If not, you can do point-slope form. So point-slope form, if it's not the y-intercept, we're going to plug it into point-slope form. That's this whole piece right here. And I know I only have this part fixed because we can always rearrange this to y equals mx plus b. But right now, we're just going to worry about getting it into point-slope form. So first thing I want you to do is just find the information and plug it into that formula. So write an equation that passes through the point. This is your x1, y1, and has a slope of 2. So here's my equation. I'm going to plug it in for the x1 and the y1. So y minus y1 right here, 3, equals my m, which is 2, times x minus my x1 value, which is 6. And I'm done. This is point-slope form. Okay, that's all we had to do is plug in the pieces of the puzzle. So right now we're just putting it into point-slope form. Write the equation of a line that has a slope of this and goes through the point this. So here's my m, and then this is x1, y1. So once again, we're going to go y minus my y value is a -2, so it's going to be -2. Oops. Equals my slope of 3/5 times x minus, and this is 7. Done. All we have to do is plug it in. So the next one, this is my slope of, so m equals -4. This is x1, y1. Plug it into the formula. Y minus equals something times x minus. So my m goes right here, so that's -4. My x and my y, this is x goes with the x, so it's -5, so it's -5, and this goes over here, so it's 11. Now, let's do a little tidying, housekeeping. Okay, so housekeeping. Clean it up. So as I clean it up, I've got a negative and negative here. So it's going to actually be y plus 2 equals 3/5 times x minus 7. This next one, I have a negative here, so it's going to be y minus 11 is -4 times x plus 5. That's just the housekeeping stuff. Okay, the next one, number 11, or excuse me, number 5. I was already like jumping to 11. All right, number 5, example 5. Write an equation of a line graphed in the slope point in point slope form. Excuse me. So I need a point and I need the slope. So identify a point. I'm going to go ahead and identify this one right here. So it's going to be -1, 1, 2, 3, -3. So -1, -3. That is a point. And I need to count off the slope. So check, count off the slope. From one point to get to the next, I'm going to go down 1, over 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I need to put that into point slope form. So I'm going to say y minus the y value equals my slope times x minus my x value. So I end up with house cleaning here. Y plus 3 equals -1/4 x plus 1. All right, then the next part is example 6. I'm actually giving you 4 pictures and I'm giving you 4 equations. I need you to match one for one. So here's what I want you to do. Well, a couple things you can do, but I want you to find the slope of each. Just by looking at it, you should be able to identify the slope. So there's -3. My slope here is -1/3. My slope here is -3. And my slope here is -1/3. So we can find the slopes. Now we need to go through and find the points. So the point that I'm given here is, this is actually a -4, right? That plus is a negative. So the -4, that's my x value. And my y value is y minus, and it's just a 6. So it's basically y minus +6. So it's the 6. This next one, it's a +6 on the y, and it's a negative here. So here I've got x is actually a x minus +4. So my x value is a 4. Here it's a y minus, so it's going to be in the -6. So it's actually a -6 on this one. Okay, on this one I have x minus 4, so it's just going to be x minus +4, so 4. And over here we have the +6, so this is really a y minus a -6, so it's a -6. Remember, the formula is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So to find out those signs, you kind of have to like break it apart, okay, like blast it open. So this next one, I'm going to y minus, and it would be a +6, right, because there's a sign on it. And the x value is x minus a -4, so it has to be a -4. Now I have all the information I need. I should be able to identify which one goes with which, A, B, C, and D. So this one is a slope of -3. These are 1/3, so they're all negatives. But I would say that this one and this one are 1/3 because I go down 1 over 1, 2, 3. Down 1 over 1, 2, 3. So those are my 1/3. So it's either B or D. So B, I'm looking for 4, -6. 4, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Yes, that is one of the points. And it is down 1 over. So I would say that this one is B. D, this one should be D, but let's double check it. -4 and +6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So D. And then we know that these other two are my slope of -3 because down 1, 2, 3 over 1, down 1, 2, 3 over 1. Yes. So I know that these two, let's check our point, -4, 6. So -4, 6, not happening. So -4, 6, that would be here. So this is A. And the last one has to be C unless I made a mistake. So at 4, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, C. Check. All right, then I have concept 3 is going to use that less model, that less strategy. Our gym membership costs $33 per month after initial membership fee. You paid a total of this much after 6 months. Okay, so this is, I'm looking for a slope, it looks like, because I have a rate and a specific point. And in a point, we're going to call this a when and a how much. So I've got this much after 6 months. So when 6 months, it's 228. And my rate looks like it's 33. So if I've got a point and I've got a slope, I can write it in point slope form. So y minus y1, this is x1, y1, 228 is equal to my slope 33 times x minus 6. Now I need to find the value when t, oops, I wanted to be in t. So time, I'm thinking this is t is time. So we're going to call that x being months. So we're going to put in a 9 for x. So when I solve that, I can say either let's rearrange this right now, and then I can just plug in a 9, or I can plug in a 9 and then do the whole process. Either way, it will work. So I prefer to simplify this, and I would say y minus 228 is equal to 33x minus, and 33 times 6 is going to give me 18. Let's see. 198. And then I can move plus 228 plus 228. Y is equal to 33x plus, well, negative 198 plus 228 gives me 30. So now I can say y is equal to 33 times 9 months plus 30. And 33 times 9 gives me 297 plus the $30 would be 327. And I would show that total cost for 9 months is $327. So if you think about my less model, less strategy, okay, we labeled some information out here. We wrote an equation here. We solved it. We actually rearranged it. And then we solved it for the 9. And then we wrote our statement. And the last one, during the playoffs, you score 2 goals per game. By the end of the second playoff game, you scored 22 goals for the year. Ooh. Write an equation that gives the total number of goals scored for the year y. So y equals total goals for year. X is equal to number of playoff games. During the playoff games, you scored $2 per game. So my rate, my M, is equal to 2 goals per game. My point then, when and how much. So when and how much. Second playoff game, you had 22 for the year. So second, you had 22. A lot of 2's in this problem. So now let's write the equation, because it says find an equation. So all we have to do is find the equation. Y minus 22 is equal to 2 times x minus 2. And I'm done. Now, the part that will get you guys later on is that we're going to want to rearrange this to slope-intercept form so we can actually tell some extra information about it. But right now, we're just going to practice putting things into point-slope form with checkpoint 4.